Hi YouTube. I just wanted to come and do a quick video, giving thanks, to the Lord. This time last year, I started a Thanksgiving jar, and periodically, as the Lord, shows up for me, I put stuff, and I write the incident, down, and then I date it and I put it in this jar as a reminder of the blessings, that He's done for me. And periodically throughout the year, I'll go through and just kind of remind myself of um, of that. I like to have a measurement about my life and just be able to see things where I was at one point to where I am, today. And so this week, I actually got a chance to really kind of go back through and be reminded of some of the stuff, that He's done for me. And I really am so thankful that He gave me the idea to do this, because it just highlights how forgetful, we can be. And when you have something tangible, like this, to remind you of these things, that He does do for you, it does it gives me a level of peace, in my heart, and it improves my worship, with the Lord. So I appreciate Him for that. And I just have a list of things that I just kind of want to make sure that I talk about, that I'm thankful for. And I'm thankful for my health, what health I do and have managed to hold on to. Um, these last couple of months, man, it's been bruising. And I really do feel kind of old, right now. This is the oldest that I've felt in a minute. And so, but I still do have energy. I still do have some drive, and I have a commitment left in me that I still want to continue to try. So I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful for some of the opportunities that have manifested, for me, especially the ones that He's been giving me within these last, week or so. So, and opportunities to strengthen my faith. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate the friendships, that I do have. I don't have many, but what I do have, I appreciate. And so the the most profound friendship of all is the friendship that I have with Jesus. I mean, He's really a friend. I mean, I go through it with Him on a level just like I go through it with earthly people, down here. You know how y'all get into it and you come back, and then you get into it and you come back, and I have that kind of relationship, with the Lord, and it's hard. It's like an earthly relationship, when y'all fall out with each other, and then you find your way, back to one another. So whenever we find our way back, I'm always thankful to be able to have a level of restoration, with Him and our relationship. And I want to thank my friend Yvetta again. That was really, I wasn't expecting her to do that. And she called me, and that call really, it was something I needed, and I didn't even know it, at the time. Um, and I want to thank the Lord for answering my prayers. Any prayer that He answers, I'm always thankful. It's like, it's amazing. It's amazing. And it reminds me that I'm loved, that I'm not forgotten, and that He is just, He's committed, to me. And I read John 17, every day. And I'm confused by a lot of what I read, because, you know, um, some of it I understand, and some of it, He continues to make manifest it, to me in my mind and in my heart. So that's another reason why I am committed to reading it, every day, because I just want to really be able to reap the benefits of that prayer that He's praying to the Father for us, His people that have been left here to do the work that is required, of us, and to be able to live in that level of power and blessing from His prayer. And I encourage you guys to think about that, for yourself, as well. I do John 17 and Psalms 91 every day. And I really do understand more of Psalms 91 than I do of John 17. So just giving you, that. And I appreciate and am thankful for the changes in my character that have been manifested. Um, One of the things that has me hungering and thirsting to change my character is because it's always been something that has been used against me in the world. And so now that I've actually overcome and conquered, some of those deficiencies, those are things that they can't use against me anymore. And it's really nice. It's really, really, really nice. And, I don't do it, like I was saying in the other video, so that I can hold it over, somebody's head, because I know what that feels like when people have done it to me. So I'm not interested in doing it back, to other people. But it's really nice to be able to walk in a level of security, knowing that they can't point that level of finger against you anymore. It's really, really liberating. And that was the other thing that I wrote down. Freedom, freedom from judgment. And so that is another thing that I hope to be able to encourage you guys to go and develop a relationship, with the Lord, so that He can give you that level of liberty. Because when you're able to be free from the judgment of other people, it's like nectar. It is so delicious. And I'm going to give you this antidote for what happened the other night. I said on my video last night, that I had actually fed, people night before last. And the food hadn't even digested in their stomach before they was already, trying to accuse me, of something. Character wise, we were getting ready to get on the elevator to go somewhere else. And this dude that I know that can read my face, he can see, when I got something going on. But I can see when he got something going on too. But the difference is he's always in my face about what he thinks that he sees in me. And so this night, I actually had other stuff on my mind. It wasn't about what he was trying to accuse me of. And he was like, "Oh yeah, well you look like you 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 have a problem, with one of these jokers." And I'm looking at him like, "Woodford," I'm like, I fed all y'all. So how could I have something against anybody here and feed you at the same time?" And he had to shut up. He had to shut up. And I told the rest of them, I'm like, "Yeah, see, this is the thing. He thinks that he can read everything that's going on with me. So yeah, no, you can't." And I just left it, at that. And so that's the kind of scrutiny that I'm under, that I can't even have a break. I can't even do something nice for you and get a break from your judgment. And so that was really just a really great moment that I had. It was a brief moment, but it was great because I got him off my back and I got him to shut up, about whatever's going through his mind, man. That's you, and then you trying to put yourself, on me. And it's exhausting. But one of the reasons why I'm in that environment with them is so I can learn those kinds of lessons, so that I can learn how to turn the other cheek, how I can learn how to be joyful when I'm being rebuffed and rebuked and reproached, and I'm trying to do something, that the Lord is teaching me, how to do. So He says in those instances that instead of us being mad about, being in that situation, that we need to rejoice. And I'm going to learn, how to do that. And so I encourage you guys, to do the same. And so, and I want to encourage you too to really think about character development, because that's going to be very important for those of us who are walking in Christ, as the times develop, um, the things that are going to happen, with the government and just, in society as a whole. You can see the divisions and the animosity and the negativity that's going on. So one thing that I'm learning is, as we learn how to walk in truth, we learn how to take the Lord's word the difficult word, that hardcore truth. I'm talking about that truth that have you crying. That's how hard the truth is. But if we can learn how to get past that hurt of 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 what he's saying and start to turn that and develop it into our character, then as the hard times come, then we're going to be able to stand. So that's like building your house on bedrock, on something solid, instead of building your house on sand with the platitudes and the fake living that the world, teaches you that's acceptable to them. You can't stand on that level of weak foundation when the storm comes. So developing and cultivating his word, his truth inside of your spirit, inside of your heart, so that it can be made manifest into a solid character, I think is going to be that level of protection that will be there for those of us, who take his walking with the Lord, seriously. So, again, for all you guys out there celebrating the holiday, today, I hope everybody's safe. Hope everybody has um, a good, strong, holy, righteous communication, with people, loving communication, and that this day is something that's going to be glorifying, to the Lord in your lives. And so, thank you for your time and attention. Again, thank you for your prayers, and until the next video.